Hello, welcome back. Pythium has claimed another throne, so the tension mounts. Some rituals then, Illwinter, where we're currently about to storm Bergerus's throne, hit by fireballs yet again. So lost some more units and another mage, at least one more mage. Also, Gneneth Mercs was stopped by the rainbow. That's just a random swamp province with a temple though, so this is probably just a Windmaster. Like these ones. Just Windmasters cloud trapezing in to burn down temples. Also in Illwinter, there was a battle during the ritual phase. So we have two Tenebrinovitas, one of whom has Red Dragon Scale Mail. We also have a Quattle with an arcane lens and a flask of holy water. This is a mercenary leader, I believe. So these guys cloud trapped, or I'm not sure. How'd you bring these guys? Stygian Path or something? I don't know. But either way, they arrived here. We do have some guys doing, Pillars of Fire. So we take out one of the Tenebrinivita. This one has the Red Dragon Scale Mail though, which helps protect him. So we get hit by Wind of Death once, and the Coatl casts Mass Regen, but we then do some spells and kill the units. So it's not too bad, but it's another round of fireballs followed by another Wind of Death. Followed by us spending an awful lot of gems to kill these units. But, eventually we take them out. So that was Illwinter. Yeah, lost a bit more stuff. Not too bad. Didn't lose that many mages. 2 on Myojis, a Master Shigenja. That's it for the important stuff, really. Troll King and the Ryujians and King of Earth and stuff, they're all fine. Ivy King, Adept of the Golden Order. I'll now skip to the Illwinter battle because it's the only really interesting thing in here. So, we do not have much left. There's practically 0 units. But lots of mages. Into practically 0 units and a few mages. So we should still have the upper hand. Pillars of Fire, followed by our big spells. We do Foul Vapors immediately. Something that's a bit funny is our Adept of the Golden Order. He actually gets hit by the Foul Vapors at some point. And so he prepares to cast Firestorm, but then he gets interrupted and doesn't cast it. Yeah. And then he chooses to cast Heat from Hell instead, which is kind of weird. But I think we get up most of the other spells pretty fine. We have Foul Vapors, Demon Cleansing, Acid Storm, Solar Brilliance, and the others Heat from Hell. Our mages eventually start walking forwards as well, so they're coming in the gate. Deployed some Ice Ellies. Yeah, I mean, we get through this eventually. We should probably make sure that all of our protective buffs go up before the battlefield attacks, but it is what it is. So we lost another Master Shigenja and 2 Soheis, but took the throne. Found some items as well. So, this army is a lot smaller than it was when it started, but can't argue with the results, can we? What happened in the battle phase, though? Oh, we also cast Vengeful Water, I should point out, so that is also up, which is nice. We got assassinated. Our Temple Burning Squad got assassinated, which I think is a bit optimistic. I'm not sure this guy could kill any of those guys. This Ryujin in particular had a bottle, so this assassination just kind of goes like that. So, good stuff. But there we are. Mountains of Mist. Got a Leo bouncing off some PD. We got some Bergerus stacks trying to attack us. Some scouts. Little random stacks walking around. There's nothing too interesting here. It's just lots of raids and counter raids and temple burning squad and so on. Let's see, actually. Yeah, there's the 2 regions that went underwater to burn down that temple. So you get to see a wave of water elementals. Kinda cool. Poor Ictiids don't really stand a chance against that. So there's that as well. But yeah, besides that, no real big battles of consequence. We then take back a lot of provinces with the Ivy Kings and Troll Shamans and stuff from Enchanted Forest, so that's quite nice. We found a site and killed 2 mages, found 3. Don't know what the site was. Killed 30 heretics with Wrath of God. Absorbed 83 pearls, found 470 bits of gold. And yeah, then we have vengeful water attacks. Mostly killing scouts, to be honest. Which isn't that bad, though, because it kills a lot of Pythium scouts. And since Pythium is hitting us with a lot of remote rituals, kind of nice clearing out their scouts, to be honest. Furia then, we got some gold, bit of Dominion, some Gems and Giant's Rest. Worldwide event, the stars are right for enchantments. Cataclysm is beginning. Lost some scouts, and yeah, our Enchanted Forest can't siege forts. But yeah, that's it for messages. So, you know, still not bad. We now have another throne, although we don't have any way to claim it at the moment. And yeah, Pythium did just claim a throne. So Pythium is now on 6 thrones. They need 7 to win. So if there's any other throne they can easily get to, they might end the game pretty soon. We still only have 4. But yeah, this would be 5 if we could get something to claim it. I did not wisely summon a Bishopfish. I'm summoning a Bishopfish this turn though. And I'm also forging some items for it. So it might take a little while to get the Bishopfish up here. I didn't have a free Ryujin sort of closer by. But yeah, we'll get the Bishopfish out, send him up here to claim this, and that'll be okay. I could probably move my god over to claim it, but I mean, why take the risk? He'll have like 0 hit points outside of our Dominion. We'll just take a few turns to come up with the Bishopfish. If Pythium claims another throne in the interim, well, that's on me, I suppose. Anyway, yeah, here's the map now. Dominion's still very strong. You can see lots of red arrows heading this direction. I'm going to try and get as much stuff as I can over to Enidra, because the whole stack is just moving out now. So we're going to make the march towards Troria here. See how that goes. So that's the first big thing. So big stack looks the way it always does. Not really anything new to see. I'll just scroll through it briefly so you can get a sense of what it looks like again. Gonna hit Talito, should be fine. Good stuff. Next up, Omor. It's currently a little stack of, Comet Tensors. I don't think they're a very interesting unit. So, Scrunched Up Ball of Tinsel here is teleporting into this province, so he'll kill all those dudes for us and also take this province. And the Temple Burning Squad is right here too, so they can also attack Titan Steps. So we'll have these 3 provinces next turn, assuming nothing goes wrong. And then we'll march as fast as possible onto Troria. He does have 2 forts here, 3 if you count this one, that could potentially be recruiting stuff or contain stuff. There's another one. Oh, there's lots here. Yeah, there's plenty of places from here that could be reinforcements to come. But, you know, we'll just do what we can. We did lose a scout this turn on Troia, so we can see there's, you know, nothing too interesting patrolling just yet. But who knows what else is inside it. There's a wizard's tower located here. Yeah, 1,000 wall. We do have 1,000 siege strength, fortunately, but just about. So if this army gets hit by some fires from the sky or whatever it's called, it might be kind of hard sieging this, who knows. Yeah, gonna try and move some stuff up here, though, to defend Enidra in the absence of an army. So some golems are moving up, some Onmyojis are moving up. I think all of the Ryujin that I recruit over the next few turns are going to move up, like this guy is. So I'll just put as much stuff here defending it as I can. But it's going to be the weakest defended of the thrones we hold currently. But it is what it is, I suppose. Next up down here, I'm just going to try and take this province back. We got hit by quite a lot of Cloud Trapezing guys this turn, so we have a few little units here. can get some Omyojis and some cavalry to walk around in this area, kind of taking stuff back as we lose it. Maybe I'll take this and knock these guys off this and so on. Pick up this to link up the Ocean Province, which isn't bad. This is a 100 income province, so it's worth taking Silverham to connect it up. So that's all fine. Down here, still loading Sacreds and Astral Mages into Gamer, so that's cool. Still moving Astral Mages into Furia and Mepito Cliffs, also cool. And down here we are finally now attacking Forest of Springs as well. So nothing too crazy, just got a bunch of units up top in a block. They're all on hold, they just get buffed a bit. Flying units also on hold. Trolls can go ahead first though, they're on attack closest, so they'll just start walking up. And down here, yeah, we've got the Golem and Anthrax getting gifted flighted. And besides that, not much to say. We're going to have Relief, Mass Regen in the fight. We're going to have Heat from Hell from Anthrax's sword. Army of Gold. We should have Acid Storm somewhere, yeah. Oh, probably shouldn't have done that on turn 1 actually, but oh well. Some Horde of Skeletons, Divine Blessing. Yeah. So we'll sit on this, hopefully it cracks open pretty quickly. 750 and we have, what, 472, so it might take 2 turns, but we'll get that open. We actually have a Bishop Fish here, so we can claim it pretty quickly. And that's also fine. Probably going to get raided a bit more over here, but, you know, lots of forests here that will start taking stuff back for us, so it's not a huge issue. And I think that's it for the main stuff. Nice to have Vengeful up. We've done this, which is kind of cool. It's not going to win us the game, but it's very cool. It's nice to have that happen at least once. Oh, speaking of globals, it's worth pointing out, Pythium does have Luck 3. So as soon as we move into these provinces, we will have the protection of the rainbow, if we're lucky. So that's also nice. Do you have luck? You have luck 1. Maybe it'll be luck 3 next turn, that would be nice. We'll see. And yeah, I think that's everything more or less. Let's just check. Yeah, besides summoning a Bishop Fish, I'm also just forging a ton of Moonblades, Starshine Skullcaps, still making Golems. Paul is going to twice ward himself. And yeah, I've got a new Golem who's casting Teleport on Enedra. So we'll have at least one defender there immediately. These are, slightly more geared out Golem. Nothing super crazy at the moment, but he's got a Starshine Skullcap with his Moonblade, Fade Armor, Flying Boots, Ring of Frost. They make him a Storm Spool as well. He's fine. Don't really want to cast anything big anymore with my God because we're about to head into Cataclysm. It's around this point in the game where you start getting Horror Attack if you cast spells, if you're unlucky. So yeah, probably not going to do much else with my God, unfortunately. He's just going to hold globals and keep mind-burning people with his strands. And yeah, Palo's twice spawning himself. I'm going to move him up to Enedra to start summoning some long dead horses in a few turns. But for now, yeah, he's just going to twice spawn himself. Since he'll probably get killed by a horror at some point if he's summoning skeletons. But hey, that's the life of a necromancer. And nothing else to say, I don't think. So grab one throne, gonna go after this, and gonna go after this. And just have to hope that Pythium doesn't win in the meantime. Fingers crossed. But that is turn 80, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Lots of research is finished now. We got construction to 9. So that does let us do Juggernaut construction if we want to. Which is kind of useful because Juggernaut spread Dominion, which is kind of nice for us. Even costs Pearls as well, so we could do that quite easily. But it is now Cataclysm, so casting rituals like this tends to get you killed. Maybe I could boost a... Yeah, I could boost a Golem to cast it, I suppose. I don't think Golems get attacked by horrors because they're mindless. We could give a Golem a cap, a Crystal Coin, and the Ring of Wizardry, and they could cast it. Might be worth a try. Although, if I'm wrong, and Golems can get attacked, we'd lose the Ring of Wizardry, so I don't know. Either way, nothing really to research now, because we don't really care about blood magic too much, so... we've finished research, apparently. Speaking of horrors attacking people, yeah, one of our forging guys got killed by the Slave to Unreason, which is a bit much. And also our Golem Constructor got killed by Ruva. Also a bit much. But yeah, it's hard to forge and cast spells and stuff during Cataclysm. Got off some of our other rituals though. Twice spawned our Death Mage, got our Golems teleporting around, summoned a Bishop Fish. We then have our army moving into Forest of Springs, so that's Erethea's throne. Before that happened, we got a hit in Silvergrey with a bunch of fireballs, so 98 units were hit, 32 were killed. Among the killed was our White Mage. So that's a shame. Killed one of our only Death Mages and stranded all of our Long Dead Horses. We then also, after we'd had the battle in Forest of Springs, got hit by Melancholia as well. So this can make units desert. In our case, it made 4 units desert though, which doesn't strike me as incredibly effective. But there we go. Anyway, that's what happened as we marched into and arrived in Forest of Springs. Here's the battle itself. Quite a bit of PD here. We got the Golem, we got Anthrax, got some Trolls and Sacreds and Eagles and stuff. Apparently this is enough PD that our army decides to deploy all their gems, which is a bit unfortunate. I also get a bunch of Onmyojis killed because we put up Acid Storm before we have Army of Gold up. So, you know, I'm going to finally change the script so that we do the battlefield attack spells after the protection spells. I finally decided to implement my learning. But you know, besides that, it's not bad, right? I mean, we just lost 4 Onmyojis, that's okay. We still got plenty of siege strength here as well, because we got most of the Great Eagles still. So, it's not too bad overall. I think we have like 400 siege strength still. So Forest of Springs is under siege now. Before that, what else happened? I mean, there's some ritual stuff where, like, we saw a Tree Lord landing on Burgerus. This fight isn't very interesting, though, because it just, I'll give you a flavour of how this battle goes. So the tree just casts, like, Panic forever, and the guys just can't kill it. That's how this fight goes. The tree ends the battle on full health, but has a chest wound and a never healing wound. But besides that, works fine. And we also saw... we also teleported our golem onto that little stack of Commutator Tensors that Lithium had, so... Again, nothing too spectacular, just, you know, chopping up a bunch of units gradually. Golem gets hit a few times, but still on 62 health, he's fine. Yeah, so that was the ritual attack phase. And a couple of sites too, Lake of Living Water and a Glen of Verdant Greenery in New Lifa. And the rest of these battles pretty much are just raids and stuff, so I'll just go through them and take a look. I'll stop if one of them looks interesting. There is Burgerus' God, so that's in Dural Woods. But yeah, he also moved a stack into Forest of Eden as well. Tree Lord is here. So we have a big Pythium stack here. You can see some here. See quite a few here, and the tree's there. So he might try and smash into my throne. Not sure. We also took this back. This got hit by a Cloud Mage. Probably easier to look at the map, to be honest. Another little raid here in Pepper Plain. Yeah, this is now under siege with the stack. Nice stuff. Probably it for the important stuff. This was taken by Enchanted Forest for us, so fantastic. And yeah, over here, Teleporting Golem landed here. Killed those guys. Temple Burning Squad landed here. Killed all of this stuff. I guess I'll watch this one as well briefly. Plow through it. Ryujin is surprisingly durable in situations like this. Golem's doing fine. How much health did you end on? 75? Doing pretty good. So there we go. What else? We found another magic site, and 4 mages, 3 of whom were killed. Wrath of God killed 36 units, absorbed 74 pearls, and the Rainbow found 521 gold. We got 4 Enchanted Forest attacks, we got 6 Water Rally attacks, still on nothing particularly interesting, just a couple of small mages and scouts and stuff. I guess, is Forgiving Father pretty big? Kind of, I suppose. Not a super big mage. Is that underwater by any chance? Yes. So those big water rallies are really hard to kill underwater, because I think they regenerate, right? Or am I wrong? Maybe I'm thinking of the royalty, not the little water rallies. I'll just check, let's see. You just magically start regenerating underwater. Oh, well. I think maybe it's just the royalty that gets it. And is that it for important stuff? Some little events, got some gold in Borewoods, which is nice. Cataclysm is here. There's also going to be an arena deathmatch in 3 months, which is pretty funny. And yeah, that's it for the important stuff. So let's move on to this turn. Here's the map now. Yeah, this area is a bit... the god stack is here. Still a few things in Burgerus' cap. I'm trying to get as much stuff as I can into Illwinter in the region, but it's a pretty decent army, it just doesn't have many units now, is the thing. It's mostly mages. Some of this stuff's still here. We tried to bump up the PD on all of our thrones, up to 30-ish. So that gives us a few blockers too. But in general, this turn, I basically just went through all of the thrones and tried to defend them as best I could. So all these guys are patrolling now, which is why our research is so low at the moment. So we are patrolling, mostly just stuck everything in the middle. Golems can go at the front, archers at the side. But it's basically anything that's astral is just going in a communion, and then big astral mages are going to do communion master and then spam opposition pretty much. Throw in anti-magic and wind guide and stuff. But basically, yeah, just communions that do some opposition spam. I think the Onmyoges are also... They end up slaves, but they're propagating buffs. Besides that, you know, Ryujin are just buffing themselves and doing whatever. Some Bone Melter, some Frozen Heart, some Iron Will spam. And that's about it. And all the thrones are kind of like that. Just trying to spam opposition. And if there's anyone who can carry a Moonblade, like the Golems, they're just going to attack large monsters. So that should be fine. Furia, similar sort of thing. I'm moving a Golem over this turn to help out a bit, because this has the fewest units. But there's already 1 Golem here. But there should be 2. Yeah, one's move patrolling. Besides that, pretty similar. Big communion. Trying to do as much opposition spam as possible. Throw in some buffs and some Ryujin. Down here in Gamer, we have a ton of Sacreds, but we don't have anything to bless them, unfortunately. But again, same sort of thing. Little communion, spamming opposition. I think I've got a Ryujin over here carrying a Moonblade, yeah. And there's one coming as well to help out. These guys do quick and self and then attack large monsters. The Ryujin aren't bad for carrying Moonblades. Golems are a bit safer, but you know, they'll hit pretty hard. And up here, this army is still just scripted normally. So, hopefully that's fine. I just have to protect against armies running at us as well as Doom Horrors, so just a bit weird. I might move a Golem over here at some point, I don't know. This throne has been evacuated, so the main stack is just moving towards Troya. We'll see what that's like. We also, we got caught on the throne this turn, so there's a much larger patrolling force now. So it might be more difficult to attack into than we saw previously. But you know, our army's pretty good. What have we got here? We got Thurg, and a Brenavita. Not a fan of those things. I think they're added in this mod. Yeah, lots of mages. There's nothing too crazy in the way of items or gems though, just a couple of gems here and there. What are you doing back here? Hey, this guy's carrying a Moonblade. Oh, he's immortal. Oh no, oh, he's cast Phoenix Power himself, okay. Well, that makes sense. I guess if I've got Army of Gold in armies, I should put Phoenix Power on our Fire Mages, shouldn't I? I might go back and change that wherever we've got Army of Gold. Yeah. So that leaves Enidra kind of undefended, but there is a golem here. And I move patrol and get a Ryujin, so we'll at least have some Moonblade guys. And as you can see from the arrows, there is stuff like coming over gradually. So I'll try and defend it as best I can. But that's all the thrones being defended against Doom Horrors as we go into Cataclysm. Big stack, just going to lumber towards this. I'm probably going to weather a bunch of fireballs. These are Luck 3 provinces though, so as we walk into them, and we already have them now, but once they belong to us and they have Luck 3, they should give us rainbow protection, so we might get protected from some storms of fireballs. Although we haven't been super lucky in this game so far. Who knows though. Over here I have the Bishop preaching to try and get some Dominion here, and the rest of the guys are just sieging. Got this guy coming over with a bunch of items to give to the Bishop Fish to protect him from remote rituals, just to make sure we can absolutely claim the throne. But as you can see, a lot of our stuff got stranded in Silvergrove, unfortunately. So we're missing a lot of archers and long dead. But we still have 400 siege strength, so it's not too bad. Still got the eagles, trolls, Soheis and cavalry. And we still have some big spells. We still have some big thugs. Army of Gold's on turn 2. And Acid Storm is now on turn 3. So a bit safer. And, you know, got the Gift of Flight guy alive down here, buffing these guys. So probably not too bad. And this fort is probably pretty empty, so it should crack open next turn, if we're lucky. And we'll just storm it immediately. Probably be fine. As for the little raids like this, probably just going to ignore that for now, unless it gets really far, burning down temples, but I'm hoping that Wrath of God just wipes it out for us. That would be nice. And I think that's pretty much everything now for the turn. Doing lots of forging in our 11s still. So lots of Moonblades. And a couple of Starshine Skullcaps and Boots of Quickness and stuff. And still doing golem construction as well. Got a Ringer returning on this guy as he makes a golem to see if he just gets attacked by horrors, maybe he'll survive. But I don't know, he only has 9 hit points, we'll see. I really wanted to give him a Coral Blade, but I really wanted to send the Coral Blade over here for the Bishop Fish. Speaking of Bishop Fish, we did summon another one, so he's going to head up towards Ulifer and claim that for us. And we could do with another Bishop Fish to bless the units in Gamer, but I'll get to that in a turn or two. Golems are going to move into Kingdom of Dara, just in case anything is trying to path to Troia to help defend. If it goes through Kingdom of Dara, we should fight it and see how that goes. And yeah, that's it for the turn. So let's turn 81. Our own list currently still looks like this. Pythium on 6. We're on 4, but we'll eventually claim 5. And this will be 6 for us if we get this one too. So if we get this as well, we would win. Which would be nice. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, let's turn 81. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.